Hello, my name is Oscar Sanchez, and in this video I'm going to show you how to properly send out your first update concerning a property under contract. There are two updates that we do. The first update is the very first time you're going to send out an update, and the second time the update is going to be a recurring update. So in this example, we're going to use One Lake Forest Drive and Trophy Club. I will send you all the information that you need the first time around so that you can use it as a template to do your updates. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on the email that has all of the contract information on that I will send you. And as you see here, it has all the predates filled out, the execution date of the contract, the day the option period ends, the date for credit approval, and the close date, which is July 26th, and today's date in this example is July 5th. So we have 20 days to get this baby closed. And then also any warranties or seller's credit that are given. So this part of the contract is very important because it will never change, and you're going to use it. You're going to copy paste this into the new email. So the first thing you want to do is pull up the contract that you're going to send an update for. Click compose. And the updates go to the clients, so you're going to copy and paste the client's email address, and then you're going to CC myself and all the updates. The updates need to go out every Friday, and you can work on the updates during the week, but they need to go out on Fridays. And on every update, you're going to CC me on the updates so that I know they go out. Copy paste the property address. We're going to put contract update for the property address. Okay. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our canned responses. We're going to hit update for buyer. It's going to go ahead and pull up a template, and I'll make this bigger for this example. It says, Dear Mr. Buyer, here's a complete update for the contract on your new home. Well, we're going to replace buyer with the client's name. So it's Jacques and Beatrice, comma. Uh-oh, hold on a second. I really need to get them both to show up here. Okay, here we go. There we go. So our client's name is Jacques Suave. I'm missing an E here. And Beatrice needs an I. Okay. Contracts details for I'm gonna go ahead and just copy paste this over this. Don't want that. Okay, we'll leave it there. So this contract information will always be the same because the close date, the execution date doesn't change unless there's an amendment. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. Then it says update from your lender. So to get the first update, all you have to do is click on the button, call the lender, and ask these 3 questions. Have you received all the necessary documents from the borrower? And in this case, the answer is Has the lender ordered the appraisal? The answer is yes on this one because I've already called. Has both the borrower and the property met the lender's underwriting requirements? Those are the questions that you're going to ask. And it's in an order. So for example, if you ask the first question and the answer is no, then the rest will be no. If you answer yes, then you go to the next question. Has the appraisal been ordered? If the answer is no, then the answer to this will automatically default to no. So the possible answers are yes, 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 or just yes. And then the rest will be no. So if they say no to any of these, the next following questions is automatically no. You can end the conversation and you have your results, and then you can fill in the blanks. And this goes to this is the first response that you're going to send out. Make this all nice and neat. And then you're going to write notes next to the questions. So my next set of questions goes out to the title company. You're just going to call the title company. You're going to ask these basic questions. Do you have the earnest money and a copy of the contract? And in this case, the answer is yes, because I've already called. You're going to click this button to talk to Hexter Fair and ask these questions. Has the company ordered a survey or has a copy of the survey? The answer is yes. Has the title commitment gone out? The answer is yes. Has the buyer's lender submitted the loan docs? Well, they're not going to submit the loan docs until all three of these questions have been answered. So I know the answer is no to this question. And obviously, if one answer is no, then the remainder will be no. And that's it. You're going to send this out to the client, CC myself, and you have successfully sent out your first update. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you've already sent out the first update and it's the following week, every week up until you close, you're going to go ahead and pull up the last sent update, and you're just going to ask the remainder questions. So for example, here's the last update. I'm going to forward. The recipients will still be the same. Okay. This section up here will be the exact same. And then I don't have to ask these questions. I can only, at this point, I can just ask the remainder questions. So since this is yes, and this has a note on it, I'm going to ask to see if this question has been satisfied. So I would call Rob up here. Well, the number is in that other email. I'd call Rob, and I'd say, you know, has the lender reviewed the documents for that foreclosure notice? Has that been satisfied? He's going to say yes or no. If he says yes, then I'm going to remove that note. Go to the next question. Has the lender ordered the appraisal? Which it has. So you're going to ask, has the appraisal come in yet? And let's say it came in yet, and it's good. We're going to put in the note section, yes. Write a note, and then go to the next question. And you're going to do the same thing for the title company. Since this answer is yes, 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 you're only going to call and you're going to ask, has the title company received the lender docs? If the answer is yes, then you'll mark this yes. You know that it's not going to fund and close until close date, so this will still remain no. And we're not going to give keys until it funds, so this will still remain no. So once you've answered all the questions or the remainder questions, your update's complete. You can go ahead and hit send, and you're good to go. So this is how you send an initial buyer update and an initial or a reoccurring buyer update for a property that's currently under contract. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to call me.